Yeah, so absolutely, that's what you don't want. So when you're cleaning chitterlings, we're going to pronounce that correctly. You literally have to separate. It's like a little piece of skin that you have to find it and just separate it and pull it away from the actual chitterling. We're going to call these chitlins, y'all, okay? Because we know how we are. So when you separate it, you pull it, and you have to get all the little pieces of skin. It's like a little extra thin piece of skin. Once you pull it, then you actually discard the piece that you've separated from it that you pulled off. So make sure, and I'm going to tell you now, you're going to have to clean it at least maybe 2 times for sure. Especially if you get them like I purchased them this time in the white bucket with the red top, where they're not, well, the red bucket with the white top, excuse me, where they're not already clean. You are going to have to clean them 2 for sure, maybe 3 times, depending on how well you clean them as you're cleaning. So normally that little piece of skin will have brown or black stuff on it that looks like dirt. But I do want to inform you that that is possibly poop. Okay? So it's just like when you're eating shrimp and you devein your shrimp, or you want to get that little strip of poop out of your shrimp. Same thing with chitterlings. You want to make sure that you get all of that off, because not only is that what helps produce that stinky smell, but that is disgusting and you don't want to eat that, people. You do not want to eat that. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just showing you throughout the video how to separate that little piece of skin from the actual chitlin. There it is. So, yes, now for the part that we've all been waiting for. After you clean them the first time, you're going to rinse them off. Just rinse them, separate them. Actually, you may need like a little extra bowl or something to sit them in on the side, which is what I had while, down in my sink. Once you're done, you can just put them back into the red bucket. And then you're going to put lemons. Lemon juice and lemons, guys. This is the secret. This is what helps to cut down on the smell, okay? My husband hates the smell, and I promise you, he said it works. So you'll put the lemons down in there. I sliced probably about 3 lemons or 4 lemons, but you leave it in there for 4 hours. That's the catch. So you squeeze it. Squeeze the lemon juice in there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Not only do you squeeze it, you drop the lemon down in there. Like kind of dig it in there and let it sit in there. So once you squeeze all the lemon juice into the chitterlings, you're going to actually make sure they're down in there. Make sure they're submerged. Pick the chitlins up to make sure they're equally distributed around the bottom, also on the top. There's no need to add water. Actually, you can drain the water off. You just need the lemons and the lemon juice. That's what kicks that smell. So you just go ahead and put the top back on it. Let it sit for about 3 hours. But I'm going to be honest, y'all. I let them things sit overnight because that smell is crazy. The next day when I took the top off, I thought it would be worse than it was, but it wasn't that bad. And now you already know what time it is. Time to rinse them and clean them yet again. So for some reason, you're still going to miss little things. So that's why it's good to clean them, like as I told you before, at least 2 to 3 times. Because it's always something. Like, it may seem like you're going to peel all of your chitlins away, but it's better to have what you're supposed to consume opposed to eating poop. It's almost like cooking greens. You know how by the time you're done cooking greens, they cook all the way down to the bottom of the pot, and you started off with this big hefty pot of them. It's kind of like chitlins. The bucket is super big, but by the time you put them in the pot, you don't even need a big pot to cook them. Although you will, because you need to have a lot of juice because they cook for a while. So now that you've done all the cleaning, you're going to put them in a pot. Notice I did use a big pot, as I told you before. Fill the pot up with water. Then it's time to put your ingredients in, because they'll cook for about 3 to 4 hours. But I only had one bucket, so it depends on how many. Put you some vinegar in your water. That also should cut the smell. I use celery and bell pepper in mine because it gives it a great taste. I also use onion, yellow onion, white onion, whatever your preference is. You cannot forget the slap your mama. That's the best seasoning. Garlic powder, onion powder. Once you put it all together, there you have it. You put it in the pot. You notice you can see the lemon in there cooking with it. One thing that I will recommend, do not let the lemons cook all the way through, because what you don't want is to have tangy chitlins. Alright, so you're going to bring it to a boil. You're going to cook it covered about, I'm going to say 3 to 4 hours, or to your desired tenderness. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Holla!